Bungie. I'm so excited about Tiger Tiger on Wednesday. I bought this new red dress, but it's a bit revealing. Do you think that'll be okay, Claire?
Amy, you should not objectify yourself to please the male sexual appetite. The media bombards us with images of women which pressure us to believe that in order to look sexy, one must be half naked.
Well, don't be jealous, babe. Those women have got nothing on you.
Amy, don't conform to the social construct of a traffic light party. I, for one, will be wearing black as a sign of mourning. I mean, the traffic light party is a signal of the death of a woman's right to go out and not be targeted by some creep.
Oh, you're talking about the traffic light party. I went to one last week. I was turning a lot of reds to greens, if you catch my drift.
So, Amy, why choose red?
Well, you just get sleazy guys at those things.
That's what I just said.
Traffic light pussy is always the easiest.
Pussy? Don't even get me started on pussy. I only just got off one. Seriously, I fell right into it. And then, right, I got so like hot and sweaty underneath my lycra that it was really hard to peel off. So that's why I'm late, sorry.
Would not have thought of you as a lycra guy.
Well, I mean, it helps with aerodynamics and speed, so.
Speed? Do you think that's all a woman cares about? Speed?
Yeah, that's enough of my bike escapades anyway. Let's crack on with Hamlet. I guess we'll have to start without the others again. We've already said goodbye to Ricky.
I don't know what came over me.
It's okay, it wasn't that bad.
My reputation's on the line. I mean, I need my beauty sleep, especially if there are going to be cameras around. I just can't get up at 6 a.m. for a 9 a.m. seminar. I mean, I'll get bags under my eyes.
Okay, well, I think Miss Hewitt has a Tuesday afternoon seminar that you could attend, possibly.
Thank you so much. When I looked at the footage of last week's seminar, I was horrified by how I looked.
Does anybody know if they're coming?
I know Lucy's she's ill.
Well, she is missing out on the groovy good times. Now, the task for today is to summarise the key points in Hamlet. Hamlet in a minute, if you like.
Hamlet? My mother used to read it to me as a bedtime story when I was like 5. It's a bit...
What, did your servants not read it to you?
No, actually. We only had a cook and a cleaner. Father wanted to give the women folk something to do.
Oh, you must have had it rough then. I mean, if there was a degree for overcoming adversity, you'd get first.
Well, you know, it must be quite hard to grow up in the shadow of such wonderfully successful parents. I mean, let's hope your uncle doesn't murder your father, eh, James?
Well, I think we should focus on the madness and character of Ophelia. I mean, she's more traumatised than Hamlet because she has to deal with the death of her father, the madness of her lover, and fundamentally...
Yeah, I think we get it. But let's face it, nobody actually cares about her. None of the women are important. No, the best character is King Claudius, because he wasn't stupid. He saw his chance at getting power and pussy and he took it.
I don't remember there being any cats in the play.
You would say that because you can't comprehend the pain and suffering of a woman who has to obey her father and isn't free to do as she chooses. Ophelia is mad because the male characters around her drive her to be so.
You drive me mad, babe. Do you feel that?
Feel what? Your nauseating, backward, misogynistic thinking?
No, that sexual tension between us. It's pretty strong because you're so attracted to me.
You're disgusting.
Well, I saw the BBC production of Hamlet with David Tennant in it, and he was actually really good. So I think maybe we should focus on the male characters rather than the female. After all, Hamlet is the eponymous character.
Thank you, Amy.
Good. Maybe we should focus on the relationship between Hamlet and his mother. Everyone's got a complicated relationship with their mother. I mean, I know I do.
It's a bit incestuous to me. Hamlet and his mother, not yours, Barry. And Shakespeare was a bit weird, wasn't he? He had a bit of a dodgy...
I'll have you know, Stephen, that Shakespeare is a relative of mine.
It's Steve, and how can you be related to Shakespeare? He's got no living relatives.
Yeah. No, well, it's just I have reason to believe that my great-great-great-great-aunt possibly had an affair with Shakespeare and was the inspiration for one of his sonnets. My father went on, "Who do you think you are?" So it must be true.
Really? Wow, I love that show.
Yeah, but they didn't air that show because they were scared that it was too controversial.
Bullshit.
Yeah. To be fair, James does have some literary genius in his genes, so, you know, who's to say that it isn't true? But let's get on with Hamlet, shall we?
Well, I want to be Ophelia. Someone must stand up for her and give her justice.
Ophelia? More like I'dphelia.
James is a misogynistic pig, and I'd be so glad if I never had to see him ever again.
Challenge accepted. Watch out, Bella Stewart. The big man's coming for you.
Go out or not to go out? That is the real question.
That's an interesting take on Hamlet's line. I mean, you could say it has a resonance with a modern youthful audience. I actually had quite the dilemma myself the other night. I didn't know whether to stay in and have an M&S Chinese ready meal or go out to Chai's Chinese takeaway. But in the end, I just stayed in and caught up with the Big Brother antics, you know, on Channel 5. I know how much you kids like that. Goodness, well, is that the time? Well, thank you, everyone. We've had quite the dramatic seminar. I'll see you all bright and early next week. We shall be exploring My Favourite Woman. So, I'll see you then. James, can I just have a quick word with you? I think I mentioned it to you about, you know, the whole monograph thing to your father. I was just wondering if you could, you know, put in a good word or something.
Oh, say no more. I know Father's been a bit busy lately. Work's really been piling in, but have a word with the boss man for you, yeah?
Seriously, that would be really good. I mean, I realise it's a bit unprofessional, but...
I got your back.